I am Slick Nick, or ultimately I should introduce myself as Fit Nick. I need to get into the habit of calling myself Fit Nick if it's a video about me being fit by age 40, which is for me a couple of months away. This is being filmed in January of 2021, and in April, that is when I will be turning 40. What I want to do as my first Fit by 40 video here in 2021, I want to just go back to let you know that I reached my goal. I made a video in this series where I specifically said a few weeks ago before Christmas that my goal is to gain no weight through Christmas. And sure enough, Christmas ended, I came back to Tennessee, I weighed myself and I weighed the exact same. Now granted, yes, I know the whole thing about how muscle weighs more than fat, but keep in mind, I wasn't going to the gym after I believe it was December 8th, because that's when I got COVID. So I stopped going to the gym, and by the time my quarantine was over, actually I think I think day 16 is actually when I left to go to Alabama to spend the holidays with my family. So yeah, I didn't go back to the gym even though I was past the 14-day mark. I was on day 16. But then when I went to Alabama, and granted, yes, still doing my 2 or 3 mile walks every day. But as far as weight training, I did absolutely none. And I started back, it's been about a week now that I've started back. So what I'm saying is, in the amount of time during the Christmas holidays, which I was out at my parents' house for like a week and a half or so, and then the couple of weeks leading up to that, no weight training. So what I'm presenting to you is the concept that I was not building new muscle during that time, but also I was not gaining fat during that time. Now, in other words, I was not going over my calories for the day that would cause me to gain fat. So my goal is always under 2,000 and at least 1,500. So between, really ideally, 1,500 and 1,900 is ideal. That way I'm getting enough protein and enough good fat and fat and fiber. But as far as me putting on more calories for my body to burn fat, that didn't happen. So yes, I did consume more calories, and I probably put me over that 2,000 several days. I ate some extra things I wouldn't have normally eaten, but I didn't go crazy. I just enjoyed it and took part in the human experience with my family and ate some things I wouldn't normally do. However, it wasn't enough for me to gain any weight. Now I think had I not been in this mindset of weight training and counting calories and intermittent fasting and all the things I'm doing, I would be like, oh, this won't hurt. So I did enjoy some things, but just a little bit, just to get a little taste of it so that I could still participate. And I think really ultimately that is a sign of where I want to be with my goals, knowing that I've already reached my first goal of 2020, which was to be able to fit into my size 31 pants, which is no problem wearing them right now. Whereas a year ago I was size 34 and I was stuck there for years. But now my goal is to get closer, well, not closer, I want 17% or better, but 17%. Where when I look down, I see a flat stomach. I don't see fat on there. I don't need a six-pack. That's not where I'm at. But if I can get rid of that fat, that's my goals. So I've already reached my goal of 2020. And I just, basically I'm making this video to celebrate that and acknowledge that. Give myself a pat on the back, like, okay, it took all year for me to get there and figure that all out. I mean, it took to the end of the year, it took till to the fall before I realized, here's what I need to do. I need to do intermittent fasting, basically not consuming any protein or carbohydrates until after 2 p.m. every day. And I'm adopting more of a keto diet, not strict, but that's more so what it's falling into. And that helped me out tremendously, and just counting those calories, making sure that I'm under 2,000. So I reached my goal, and I continue to stay focused on that to continue to reach my goal. But keep in mind, this whole series is about me being open-minded to what you have to tell me. I want to do this thing seriously and to do it right and to do it for the rest of my life. Teach me what I need to know right here in the comments.